Roman in the black with gold trim, Espinosa in the white with green and red, and they meet in the center of the ring and immediately start chucking the leather.
I'll tell you, I've been looking forward to this fight almost as much as Neri and Figueroa.
Incredible start.
Yeah, Espinosa's going to go right after him, and Danny Roman is going to have to throw and keep throwing to keep him off him.
Roman has never been down as a pro, while Espinosa has been on the deck 5 times, so he has had his chin checked. But Abner, Roman no more is a volume puncher, a counter-attacker, more so than a power puncher.
Yes, Roman is really a technical fighter. Reminds me a lot of Ricardo Lopez stance, the way he fights, really technical. But when you have Espinosa, you got to be careful the first 3-4 rounds because this guy's coming for you.
Espinosa bringing the fight to Roman along the ropes, but Roman fighting back and then circles away to his left to reset, but Espinosa just continues to come forward.
You can see how smart Danny Roman is. He almost was going to get caught on the ropes, and he said, no, I'm going to push him up, I'm going to move. He's going to do everything possible, as Abner aptly pointed out, to get through these early tough rounds.
The combined record of Roman's 9 most recent opponents, an amazing 155-5-3. 6 of those 9 foes unbeaten, 4 were belt holders.
Yeah, that's not too bad, huh?
And yet having to stave off the storming attack that is Ricardo Espinosa here in the opening round of this scheduled 10-round fight at 122. Nice counter right hand by Roman.
And that's one of the most important things for Roman. Can he counterpunch Espinosa as he's coming in? Look at him wheel off those ropes.
He does that beautifully, really smart. And one thing he can do once he does that is create a space to land that uppercut. And I think we're going to see that from Roman. He's known for that.
Espinosa landed the right and then led with the left hook to the body, but Roman on the ropes, able to fight off Espinosa, and again able to exit to his left.
And you know, Espinosa's done some good work in this first round. He's gotten on the inside where he's landed some nice shots, so we can see what he's capable of.
Double jab by Espinosa, splitting the guard of Roman. Counter right by Roman.
If you're Espinosa, you definitely want to do that. You want to go in there for the kill. You got the heavy hands. So, you know, well, I mean, you got to work and try to land a nice shot, especially with this cold weather.
Yeah, right. It's getting chillier.
Yes.
Espinosa had 6 first-round KOs. Last one versus Andres Guzman 2 fights ago, but he brings the fight to Danny Roman here in round 1. Good start for both fighters. And Danny Roman definitely not sleeping on the spirited effort of Ricardo Espinosa, but Roman, yeah, he's done everything. We talked about the level of competition that he has faced. And here in round number 4, again, Espinosa, the center of the ring, goes to the body with the right hand.
Espinosa said, you know, they talk about me that I don't have the experience that Danny Roman has. I don't think of it as lack of experience. He said, I think of it as lack of getting beat up.
Yeah.
He said,
he's fresh.
Yeah, it means I'm fresh.
Yeah, I don't think experience has anything to do with this fight. I think the willingness and the heart that Espinosa has been showing since round 1.
Yeah, I mean, they're both accomplished fighters. Danny Roman, as you said, a former champion who could easily still be champion.
And who had to go on the road to Japan and defeat Shinkubo to first, win his title, unified against TJ Duheny, and then again, razor-thin, debatable split decision loss to Burujan Akhmadaliev that he would like to, well, try to run back. But here now, swinging away on Espinosa.
While Roman has landed some really good right hands, so has Espinosa. It's short range, at that same kind of mid-range that we saw Martinez do such good work in the first fight.
Lead left hook to the body by Espinosa, counter right hand upstairs by Roman.
I like when Roman creates space when he's throwing that jab, and when he sees Espinosa come in, he switches to the right and creates a space for the uppercut, yet he does not throw it.
Left hand that landed for Roman. Lead right by Espinoza off the forehead of Roman. And there's a good left hand to the midsection by Roman.
There it is. He created that space, and then he resets again.
And this time he tried the left uppercut from it. It didn't quite get there.
Espinoza feeding him a steady diet of right hands before Roman is able to escape to his left. Just misses with the right cross. 40 seconds left here in the fourth. Sustained action between Danny Roman and Ricardo Espinoza. There's a solid right hand by Roman that Espinoza ate well. Again, Roman, not known for his punching power, turned 31 last Monday. Just 10 of his 27 wins have come via form of knockout, but top flight fighter at 122 as we fly into the fifth of this scheduled 10-rounder at 122 pounds.
Credit as a really terrific boxing trainer that he should. He helped create one of the best technicians in the sport.
And Roman facing his fellow right-hander, first time since stopping Gavin McDonald in October of 2018, as again the fifth round off to a frenetic start there. Good exchange, and Espinoza moved up from the bantamweight division in December 2019, has won 2 in a row since then, but facing by far his stiffest test in this division.
Casimiro, who you pointed out, had that knockout win after that fight was dead even going into the 11th round. He called Espinoza a rough, tough, excellent fighter. He had nothing but praise for him.
And he also carried his power to that weight class.
Yeah.
Minute gone here in the fifth. Roman trying to come in, lead left hook, right hand. Jab from Espinoza. Espinoza goes to the body with the right, and Roman obviously trying to time him, Al, and counter upstairs.
Yeah, that's vital for him. You know, we saw great body punching in the first fight. We're seeing it in this fight. We're going to see it in our main event. So tonight will be a clinic for body punching.
Will make Mike McCollum smile ear to ear.
You betcha.
Minute and a half gone here in the fifth.
And something I've noticed from Espinoza, he's not as aggressive in this round, which is giving Roman the time to think.
And he just had his head pop back with that lead left uppercut by Roman Abner.
Yes, I mean, Roman is known to be a thinker, an IQ type of fighter that, you know, he chooses his punches well. Again, reminds me a lot of Juan Manuel and Ricardo Lopez style.
Espinoza with the edge and headshots landed. But don't discount the body work. Sorry, Al.
Yeah, it's okay. Oftentimes, Roman will do more work to the body, and we've seen some evidence of that here this evening. But Espinoza, he's done some great work upstairs. There's no question about that. And in the fight with Akhmadaliev, they may not have given Roman enough credit for his body work. And ironically, in his fight with Payano, in his last fight, that many thought was much closer than it was, they gave him maybe too much credit for his body work.
We have reached the midpoint of this 10-round fight at 122 pounds. Combination lands for Roman at the end of the right hand. Roman started boxing at the age of 7 at the behest of his father, as again they meet toe-to-toe and exchange some heavy leather. There's that left through the guard by Roman. Espinoza started boxing at the age of 15.
You know, Espinoza's been knocked down before by counter right hands. Francisco Lepisco did it And Roman has landed that punch, but, you know, it speaks to the fact that he's not a giant knockout puncher. He's a terrific technician, but he's not likely to get you out with those punches. And Steve Farhood's scorecard reflecting what a close fight this is.
Yeah, the plot thickens on our unofficial scores card as Roman lands another stiff jab upstairs. There's a right hand that lands as well as he pivots to the left.
Yeah, I think that's the only downfall from Romani. He's such a technical fighter, great counter puncher, but he does not carry the power. And if you don't have power, I mean, guess what? The fighters are going to keep coming and coming. And that's what we're seeing from Espinosa. He could take those right hands and it won't phase him. And you'll take one to land one of his.
I mean, Daniel Roman does everything right as a fighter. I mean, as a technician, there are few better.
The left uppercut, an incredible exchange, and some sweet stuff from Danny Roman.
Wow. That left hook from Roman was a monster. I mean, that was just a perfectly thrown punch.
1-2 by Espinoza. Left hook by Espinoza, but Roman continues to utilize his body movement, staying just out of range.
Sometimes precision, timing is power.
Yep.
And Roman showing that.
And Roman blunting the attack of Espinoza. Again, Roman with the lead left uppercut on the inside that lands. Going to the body now as Espinoza trying to hang on, putting his weight on Roman before being broken apart by the referee.
I think this is Danny Roman's best round of the fight. He's been superb.
Under half minute remaining in the 7th, right to the body by Espinoza. But then a left to the body by Roman. And a left uppercut again by Danny Roman. And Roman now beginning to put it on Ricardo Espinosa with 10 seconds left in the 7th. Don't sweat the technique.
What a right hand.
To continue, blood first appeared on Espinosa's face in round 8. No knockdowns in this fight as we begin round 9. They have thrown more than 1,200 punches, and they continue to chuck heavy leather here to kick off the 9th.
And a reminder that California is one of the states where the doctor can stop the fight.
Good point out. And you know Ricardo Espinosa wants to go out on his shield, acquitting himself well here against one of the top technicians at 122 pounds. Eats another left uppercut on the inside from Roman.
We've seen a lot of great uppercuts in the last 8 months in boxing. I don't remember Roman. I mean, Roman loves that punch, but he's landing so many in this fight.
Gervonta Davis may have landed one of the most devastating against Leo Santa Cruz. A minute gone here in the 9th, but you're right, Roman has been throwing and landing that left uppercut just like right there.
Is that left hand so well educated, like you mentioned? Now he could throw it as a left hand jab, uppercut 2-3 times, then go to the body within seconds.
122, the home of the little giants in boxing, man. We are cooking in this fight. A couple of thudding body shots exchanged. And Roman putting together crafty combinations.
This is a tale of 2 fights. For the first 4 or 5 rounds or so, it was, you know, very, very close and competitive with Espinosa. And the last several has just been Danny Roman taking control and doing a masterful job.
Roman has never been down as a pro, has overcome adversity from the get-go in his life. From a young age, made it all the way to the summit, became a unified champion, and wants to be a champion again and showing that championship grit and pedigree in this fight tonight.
Eddie Gonzalez, his trainer-manager, said, you know, he leads a Spartan life. He said the two places he spends most of his time are the gym and church. So he's dedicated to the sport.
We saw the doctor inspect Espinosa before the beginning of the round. 30 seconds left here in the ninth. At 23, you wonder, when does the corner start thinking about potentially stopping this fight? Ooh. Again, that left uppercut on the inside is the money shot for Danny Roman tonight. 10th and final round of what has been another spirited battle. It's 10th and final round, and those trunks of Ricardo Espinoza, a lot more red on the white, green, and red trunks, but he is valiant. He's a warrior, and he is out here for round number 10. But he continues to eat those shots from Danny Roman upstairs and to the body.
And Espinoza coming out aggressively. You know, Pedro Moran told him they think he's still in this fight, despite these recent rounds being strong for Roman. And we don't know how those early rounds were scored. And right on cue, there's Steve Farhood's unofficial scoring. So he has those recent rounds pushing Roman ahead. We don't know how the judges are seeing this.
Beautiful work by Roman.
That was the only thing we hadn't seen yet, was a double left hook by Roman, and he threw it there.
And then Espinoza eats a solid right uppercut.
Yeah, if you're Roman, you just got to stay composed. You got to be ready for Espinoza to just come in while trying to land a good shot. But, you know, again, Roman with the crisp, short punches.
Roman's landing 38% of his power punches, which is everything other than the jab. He's been so accurate with that punch, with those punches.
Just past the midpoint of the 10th and final round. Fantastic display of his superlative skills by Danny Roman. Lands another right hand as he's able to sidestep Espinoza, reset in the center of the ring.
And it's important for fans to remember, and Mauro, you explained this. This is a fighter, Espinoza, who just went into the final rounds with John Riel Casimero, who's the best, probably 118-pounder in the world, and fought him dead even right to the end of that fight. So this is a quality fighter that Roman is fighting.
And that shows you the level of where Danny Roman is at.
Yes.
When you look at what he's been able to accomplish tonight. And there it is again. Lead left uppercut to the head lands for Roman. 30 seconds left in the fight. A gutsy effort by Ricardo Espinoza, the 23-year-old. But Danny Roman, who turned 31 last Monday, has to be pleased with the gift he has given himself here tonight, going 10 rounds and in what was a comprehensive display of his skills.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of action, we have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Zachary Young scores the bout 97-93. Judges Rudy Barragan and Edward Hernandez Sr. both scored about the same, 98-92. All three in favor of the winner, the baby-faced assassin, Daniel Roman.